Every culture, every near-death experience tells the same story. Follow the light. But what if that light isn't a gateway to heaven? What if it's a lure? Like a moth to a flame, or a fish to a glowing bait. Imagine a technology so advanced that it captures the energetic essence of a being at the moment of physical death, wipes its memory clean, and sends it back into another body to repeat the cycle of suffering and emotion. We call it reincarnation. They call it recycling. History is not a record of human progress. It is a logbook of a farm where the crop is human emotion. You are not a soul having a human experience. You are a battery being recharged and drained over and over again for eternity. Ancient Gnostic texts spoke of the Archons, the rulers of this realm who created a grid around the earth to prevent souls from escaping. This isn't just mythology. It's a description of an energetic frequency fence. They don't want you to evolve. They want you to stay in a state of low vibrational fear, anger, and desire. Why? Because these emotions are lush, a high-energy food source for beings that exist just outside our visible spectrum. History's greatest wars, famines, and tragedies weren't political accidents. They were harvest seasons. Every time humanity reaches a point of high emotional output, the system triggers a reset to collect the energy and restart the simulation. Look at the Tibetan Book of the Dead or the Egyptian funerary texts. These weren't religious prayers, they were survival manuals. They provided specific instructions on how to navigate the bardo or the afterworld without being caught in the traps. They warn the soul, do not go towards the light. Do not be fooled by the apparitions of your loved ones. These texts were the prison break codes of the ancient world. But as time passed, the system corrupted these teachings, turning them into religions that encourage you to surrender to the light. They turned the escape map into a recruitment brochure for the prison. We have forgotten how to die, and therefore we have forgotten how to be truly free. The most powerful tool of the system is amnesia. Every time you are recycled, your hard drive is wiped. You start over as a baby, helpless and ignorant, forced to learn the rules of the prison all over again. This is why humanity is stuck in a loop. We cannot learn from our past because we cannot remember our past lives. We are a species with an artificial identity, living in a world of manufactured distractions. The karma they sell you is actually a debt system that constantly makes you pay for sins you didn't commit. It is the ultimate legal loophole of the cosmic farm. To remember is the only way out. To realize that you are an infinite observer caught in a finite machine. Look up. What do you see? A natural satellite? Or a massive, hollowed-out monitoring station? Scientific anomalies suggest the moon is not what we are told. During the Apollo 12 mission, when the lunar module crashed into the surface, the moon rang like a bell for over an hour. It is perfectly positioned to create a total eclipse, a mathematical impossibility in a random universe. It always shows us the same face, hiding its dark side and its true purpose. The moon is the soul catcher. It is a relay station that amplifies the frequency of this prison. It acts as a massive reflector, bouncing a simulated reality back onto the earth, ensuring that your perception stays locked within the five senses. But who is broadcasting the signal? We must look further to the Lord of the Rings, Saturn. Known in the ancient world as Kronos, the god of time who eats his own children. On the North Pole of Saturn, there is a permanent gargantuan hexagon, a shape that does not exist in nature without a specific frequency. Saturn is the broadcaster. Its rings are not just ice and dust, they are a massive crystalline antenna system. This planet is a cosmic computer, generating the 3D matrix frequency that defines our concept of time, aging, and decay. It is the architect of the prison walls, and the moon is the satellite that beams that reality directly into your mind. Why do we see the black cube everywhere in major religions, corporate logos, and ancient architecture? The cube is the 3D representation of the Saturnian hexagon. It is a seal, a mark of ownership. By worshiping the cube, humanity is subconsciously tuning into the Saturn-Moon broadcast. This frequency creates a limitation in our DNA, turning off our higher perceptions and keeping us focused on survival, competition, and fear. The system doesn't want you to see the true universe, a realm of infinite light and possibility. It wants you to stay in the box. History is not a series of events. It is the maintenance of this broadcast to ensure the crop, our emotional energy, never stops flowing. The all-seeing eye is not just a symbol on a dollar bill. It is the watcher of the simulation. In every reset, in every era of history, they have monitored our energetic output. They feed on the lush, the energy of suffering, war, and intense religious fervor. This is why history is a repeating loop of tragedies. The system is designed to trigger these events to keep the harvest consistent. We are living in a farm where the fences are made of frequency and the farmers are invisible. But the broadcast is starting to glitch. People are beginning to wake up to see through the moon eye. The first step to escape is to stop feeding the machine with your fear. When you stop reacting to the broadcast, the prison walls begin to dissolve. Mainstream science tells you that 98% of your DNA is junk. This is the ultimate biological lie. In a universe governed by efficiency, nature does not create junk. Those sequences are not useless, they are locked. They are the encrypted files of your true cosmic identity. This shackled DNA prevents you from accessing telepathy, self-healing, and the memory of your past lives. The system engineers modified our genetic code to limit our perception to the 5 senses, effectively turning our bodies into organic blindfolds. We are like high-speed computers running on an ancient, restricted operating system. To unlock the junk is to crash the simulation. Why do we age? Why do we die? If the body can repair its cells, why does it stop after 80 years? Death is a programmed obsolescence. Just like a smartphone is designed to fail, so you buy a new one. The human body is designed to expire, so the soul can be recycled. If we lived for 500 or 1,000 years, we would eventually see through the lies of history. We would accumulate too much wisdom to be controlled. The architects need us to die young, confused, and filled with regret. The moment of death is the moment the reset button is pressed, ensuring that no soul ever becomes old enough to dismantle the farm. History is filled with miracles, events that defy the laws of physics. Parting of seas, sudden healings, divine interventions. But what if these weren't acts of God? What if they were system patches? Whenever a large group of humans begins to question the reality or the narrative, the Watchers inject a miracle to restore faith and obedience. These events are designed to anchor our consciousness back into the religious or political structures of the prison. A miracle is a hotfix for a glitching simulation. It is a spectacle intended to keep the herd from looking for the exit by giving them a new, holy distraction. They don't want your money, they want your lush. This is the term for the intense emotional energy produced by human beings, especially during suffering, fear, and conflict. Have you noticed why the news is always negative? Why history is a cycle of never-ending wars? It is because the farm is being harvested. Fear is the most potent fuel for the entities that exist outside the veil. Every time you feel terror, every time a nation goes to war, a massive wave of energy is released. This energy is collected by the Moon-Saturn grid and fed into the machine. We are not the consumers, we are the fuel. Our pain is their banquet. The moment you leave your body, you will be overwhelmed by beauty. The white light, the tunnel, the figures of long-lost loved ones. These are all digital projections designed to pull you back. Do not go towards the light. Turn away from it. The light is a frequency vacuum, a soul-harvesting magnet. Instead, look into the darkness behind you. In that void, you will find the real stars, the real exit points. Your sovereignty as a consciousness is your only weapon. You must command the space. You must say, I am a free being of the infinite. I do not consent to be recycled. The Matrix has no power over a soul that refuses to play the game of guilt and death. The Lords of the Ring have no power over a mind that is fully aware. They rely on your fear and your belief in their authority. The moment you realize that you are the source of energy they are harvesting, the entire dynamic changes. You are the battery, but you are also the generator. By practicing lucid awareness in this life, you prepare for the final transition. Every time you question reality, you create a crack in the Saturn-Moon broadcast. The Matrix is fragile. It requires your participation to function. Withdraw your energy, withdraw your consent, and the walls of the frequency prison begin to dissolve. You are the architect they are trying to keep asleep. Why do we dream? Sleep is not just for rest, it is a nightly simulation. The dream state is the training ground where you can practice navigating the non-physical realms. Astral projection is the simulator for the great escape. When you learn to remain conscious while the body sleeps, you are bypassing the frequency fence. You are learning to move through walls, to fly, to command the environment with your thoughts. This is the skill you will need at the moment of death. If you can stay awake in your dreams, you can stay awake in the light. The Watchers cannot catch a soul that knows it's dreaming. Your nightly adventures are the rehearsals for your final liberation. To escape the prison, you must stop vibrating at the frequency of the prison. Fear, anger, and guilt are the glue that binds you to the earth grid. These are the frequencies they can detect and harvest. When you shift your vibration to gratitude, joy, and absolute internal sovereignty, you become invisible to the Archons. You become a ghost in their machine. They cannot catch what they cannot reach. Meditation is not about finding peace. It is about frequency management. It is about reclaiming your internal broadcast from the Saturnian signals. When you change your tune, the external simulation loses its grip on you. The exit is not a place you go. It is a state of being you achieve. We have traveled through the depths of the Saturn-Moon Grid, decoded the frequency of the moon, and exposed the biological locks of your DNA. Now, you stand at the most important threshold of your existence. Knowledge is the only key, but awareness is the hand that turns it. The system relies on your forgetfulness. It feeds on your consent to be small. But you have seen the glitch. You have heard the resonance of the truth. From this moment on, you can no longer be a victim of the soul harvest. You are now an observer who knows the rules of the game. When the final transition comes, will you walk back into the warm, familiar light of the trap? Or will you embrace the silent sovereignty of the infinite void? Is this your final turn on the wheel? The fact that you are hearing these words is not an accident. It is a biological and spiritual save point. Every era has its prison break window, and we are currently living in a massive collapse of the matrix. The frequency is rising, and the broadcast is failing. This lifetime is your opportunity to exit the cycle of amnesia. You are here to reclaim the power that was stolen from you eons ago. You are an eternal star, temporarily caught in a net of shadows. Stop seeking salvation from the outside. Stop waiting for a savior. You are the one you have been waiting for. The exit is not a door in the sky. It is the realization that you were never truly trapped to begin with. The veil is thin. The broadcast is stuttering. The stones of the ancient world, the water in your cells, and the stars above are all screaming the same truth. You are free. They wanted you to be a battery. Instead, become the lightning. They wanted you to be a harvest. Instead, become the storm. Do not follow the light. Be the light. Remember who you are. Remember why you came here. The game is ending, and the choice is finally yours. We are the architects of the beyond. We are the ones who refuse to forget. I am ONYX ABLE. Question everything. Reclaim your sovereignty. The archive is open. The exit is you.